Yo, haha, Magnificent.
YouTube, what is good? It's your boy Magnificent coming back with another sneaker review, and today we got the Paul George PG5 Playstations right behind me. But before we get into that, I'm going to kind of cover over some different PlayStation, different PG shoes that have came out at least when I started doing this review. So I had the PG 2.5s, which is right here, the PG3 and the PG4. This is the first time I'm doing the PG5 series. Now, Paul George, look, the man can ball. He is balling right now on the pace, actually on the verge of hopefully taking his Clippers team, and I say his because Kawhi Leonard is injured, to hopefully the NBA Finals. So hopefully they can, kind of clear up that whole PG playoff. That's what they call them. No, playoff PG playoff. One of them. But anyway, when we came with the whole PG 2.5s, when he released this shoe, I thought that Paul George and his collaborations with Nike is strategic, right? Because whether it be the PG 2.5 with the PlayStation, the PG3 with the whole NASA collaboration, right? And just last year you had the PG4 with the Gatorade. So they went back and paid homage to PlayStation, right? And of course, you know me, I'm a good diehard PlayStation 5 fan, and I actually have a PlayStation 5. But one of the things that I wish they did with the PG5 that we're going to kind of unbox momentarily is the features that they had in the PG 2.5 with the original PlayStation colorway, right? Now, on the tongue, we're accustomed to seeing this, right? Mine's actually still lights up. And it also pulsates when you press it twice on the tongue. So that was kind of a cool feature that they put on there. But it was kind of a limited release. So if you got it, you're good. If not, And I believe in the PG 2.5 series, the PlayStation came out with different colors. It was like a black version, a white version, a blue version, and of course, the original PlayStation colorway. So also, with the PG 2.5, they did that Nike Zoom where the airbag was on the forefoot. And I think they kept the same concept, if I'm not mistaken, with the PG3s, right? With that Zoom Air on the forefoot. It's only when they transitioned to the PG4 when they decided to do the Nike full-length Nike Air, I should say. There you go. The full-length Nike Air where it's like a big air zoom unit all around the midsole. And on the bottom, there's a window so you can see the strobel design of the engineering concept, at least the cushioning portion. Of course, they went from the PG4 to now what we're about to unveil, which is the PG5. And there's certain things about this kind of release that I felt like it wasn't hyped up as what it could have been. That's just my opinion. We all know PlayStation 5s are hard to get. So at least in my opinion, I can say that, yeah, I kind of got a PG5 shoe, but I also have the PlayStation 5. So if you didn't get the PlayStation 5 and you got the PG5 shoe, I'm just saying. Maybe it might lead to some good luck of you guys getting a PlayStation 5 in the future. I'm just saying. But anyway, get into the actual shoe. Listen, the box in itself, shout out to Nike. I don't know what the theme was, at least from the box perspective, but I know I do see Paul George's logo on the top. Of course, Paul George reads on the back with the sizing tag. And you can see right there, that sticker does say size 13, Big Boat Gang. So with that said, what the heck is this? Nike, what? Is that a black, what is this, a black trash bag? And, all right, hold on, let me try to assess this because this is kind of like, I didn't even know about this. Okay. So this bag, and I can already feel it. It feels like it has extra shoelaces, and I think this is the tag that comes with the actual PlayStation PG5 shoe. But on this, it's kind of interesting because I'm glad that this actually showed up on the Magnificent YouTube channel, so you know what to look for when you get your shoe. Mine came direct from Nike. So I don't know what this is about, but the sticker actually has the lot number with precise details of the actual shoe and the item. So hint, hint, wink, wink. And if you notice, looking carefully, it is actually sealed. So, nevertheless, I've seen some other reviews of people doing the shoe. I'm going to actually do the lace swap during the on feet. So you actually get to see what it looks like with the black version and the blue version, and then we go from there. But let's see if I'm actually correct about this. Let me just open this up. I just don't understand. I'm trying to understand the concept of this bag. Why is it so big? And the only thing that it includes is this. Nothing else. Nothing else. I thought that it was like some type of hefty bag in there, and I don't know. I thought maybe it was one of these dust bags, and well, that really did just drop. Maybe it's one of these dust bags, and it was kind of like a watered down version. But of course, I'm just joking. Anyway, so you can see right here, comes with the spare laces. As I said, I will put this in, and the hang tag. Now the hang tag, kind of paying homage, sort of like what he did with the engineering concept for the PG3s in terms of Paul George, where there was also a hang tag featured on this version. So let me see what this one kind of looks like. It's my first time actually seeing this. Obviously, this is pretty good. It's kind of like a rubberized hang tag that I'll actually put on the shoe during the on feet, and it's not bad. You can see right there, has the PG5, all right, Paul George and the PlayStation logo collaboration, along with the blue laces. Like I said, I think that this will be necessary to actually have the lace swap, but Nike, I'm trying to figure this out. Why not just look, let me show you why I'm making this face, because normally, and correct me if I'm wrong, right? When you get a shoe, a Nike shoe, what you normally see, again, correct me if I'm wrong, is during the packaging sequence, you would normally get your shoe, right? And that's why I'm doing this live. I'm not going to BS this. The lace, you will find a lace in the lace bag, right? I just want to make sure I'm thinking this correctly, right? You would see normally this. You see it on a Jordan 1, you see it on whatever Jordan that has extra laces, or any other Nike shoe that features extra laces, right? And on top of that, let me see if I can do this live. You would get this. You would see this. It would go right through the hole, okay? Let me know if you ever see this on a sneaker review or sneaker review live. But you would normally see this, and then this would go, and this is where you get to actually see the shoe. This is kind of interesting. So let me get the shoe out, okay? I just want to let you know, and kind of comment below. Let me know what you think of that delivery by Nike. Is that something that's a new thing, or that's wild? Of course, if anybody's wondering, you have the stamp inside the actual box itself. So let me just put this right here, and you can see right here the PG5. Ooh, man, this looks good. This looks real good. But anyway, you would normally see this. I can't believe I'm doing this right now. You would normally see this on the shoe itself, and you know it kind of looks presentable. So I'm trying to figure out how the world did this happen. This is how it would normally come in the standard Nike release, right? You see the whole, oh, okay, I got the shoelaces, extra spare laces, and that's kind of how it's presented. I've never seen it where a black bag and it has this stuff in here is just not actually on the shoe. I guess it's like a do-it-yourself type thing. But anyway, you can see right here, the PG5. Ooh, man. I like the design because I feel like it's a sleek design that kind of mimics the PG3, right? Because if you kind of look at them side by side in terms of width and length, it's almost exactly the same. This is also a size 13. So I felt like that they took the upper of the design and kind of incorporated with the PG5 in the sense of that way. But when it came to the PG5 and the PG4, and you look at the bottom, they both feature that window that shows you that strobel design. So they both feature that full-length Nike Air Zoom all the way around the actual shoe, similar to what I said on the PG4s. It kind of features this mesh upper that you kind of see here. I want to do it like real slow. And of course, with a fine camera that you should be able to see on my camera, you'll see the actual, when I say control sense, the controllers of the PlayStation 5, normally, actually any PlayStation, circle, triangle, square, and X, right? I should know this by heart because that's pretty bad. But man, you know what else I'm seeing on this shoe? Is how they kind of engineered. I mean, this to me looks almost exactly like, I'm talking engineering wise, the PG3s, because you see that little strap that they feature on the outside that kind of holds the laces. It's kind of the same idea that they did with the PG3s. Now, this is what I was talking about, where, let's see if I can get this down. When you look at the actual tongue, it's a rubberized PlayStation logo on the right side. And let me just take the paper insoles out. I think that the insole, let me see if the insole comes out. Insole actually does come out. Awesome. So I get to show you guys this. So on the right side, at least, it reads PlayStation 5. And, ooh, I like this. Check this out on the midsole. Look at this little plastic strap hanging out that has PS5 on this side. And this is the right shoe. And the left shoe, the strap reads Nike Air. So that's pretty dope. Actually, let me do this. Let me just do this real quick. I'm gonna take the other paper insole out because I think one reads PlayStation 5 while the other has, and it does, Paul George's logo. This one, there you go. Right there. So, we put this down to the side and talk a little bit more about the shoe. Now, like I said, the construction of the shoe, in my opinion, I wish that it had, of course, almost missing this side, right side, left side of the tongue, has the PlayStation theme, but it has the Paul George logo. The one thing I wish that they would did, and that's what I was saying, how they would have that glowing effect, but again, I don't know what the budget is when, each of these basketball players do these collaborations with Nike. There's always a budget depending on what type of tier or contract that they're signed on. That's why you see certain basketball players in the first version, you don't see too much tech into it, but the second version may have a little bit more. And then you see as they're going on in their contract, more technology is kind of incorporated with the shoe. But the idea, the concept, I love the mesh design. This is supposed to have some type of breathability on both shoes. Got a little foam midsole, rubber outsole, right? And the cool thing about this, and I just realized that, is if you actually, it's pretty dope. I don't know if you can see that, but if you look inside the shoe, when you take the insole out, you can actually see, and I'll probably have a video of me kind of showing it, but you can actually see right through the shoe. You can see the window, look at the bottom right here. You can see the actual bottom of the shoe, and you can actually see that whole strobel engineering concept that's incorporated in the midsole of the shoe. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool to look at. But anyway, all in all, it's one of those shoes where I think that if you have long and narrow feet, it's a perfect, in my opinion, it's a perfect shoe. I would go a size up. I have lengthy, skinny feet, so Paul George has the same way. So, but for wide feet, I don't know. I don't know. I wouldn't suggest it, but these do run narrow. They run really, really narrow, but they're really comfortable once you get your feet inside. Give it some time. It's going to feel weird at first, but over the course of time, the more you wear it, just like the PG4s that came out last year, the more you wear it, the more comfortable it will be. But love the fact that they added that little Nike swoosh towards the toe box. And of course, you got the PlayStation tags on the front. Got a little plastic, and actually this is like a plastic heel towards the back, and has that Nike Air. Of course, more PlayStation logos with the common square, circle, triangle, X theme going around there. And of course, you can see on the midsole, if you look very carefully, it has 13 towards the bottom, which is right here. I would say, oh, actually, you know what? Can't forget the PG5 tab that's on the back. So I would say that I get the idea and actually like the shoe. But like I said, if they if something like this were to light up, right? Something on here lights up, like the PlayStation 5. Man, that would be like the icing on the cake, but I'm satisfied. I'm satisfied with the release. Now, before we do the on feed, this is one thing that a lot of people may or may not know. And this is why it's good to have friends in high places. Paul George. Not to say that I know him personally, but I'm pretty sure whoever has connect with him, you got it good. And this is why. So not many people know, but Sony provided Nike with the design concepts of the PlayStation 5 before we saw anything close to what the PlayStation 5 would look like, just so their engineering team could build and design this shoe to mimic what the PlayStation 5, which looks like what we're seeing today. So they already had the blueprint, they already had the engineering concept when they made this shoe, long before we even knew that the PlayStation 5 was going to be released or what it would look like. So that is crazy. Now, the reason why I say friends in high places, well, Paul George, you got to sign off on it, right? It's a collaboration. He's got to approve it and, however that whole process goes. But my point is, that sounds like to me, Paul George, who is a gamer, may have had or may have known that the PlayStation 5, what it looks like and kind of when it was coming out. So, wink, wink, Paul George, look, I'm saying, hey, listen, I'm doing a review. I'm a diehard fan. If they decided to do a PlayStation 6 or 7 or 8, whatever they're going to call it, right? And you do another collaboration, let us know, do a little wink. I don't know if you have to do a little crossover, some move, something that indicates like a hint that there could be a PlayStation coming out. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure he knew about the PlayStation 5 before we all did in terms of the design and the whole aspect of the engineering. Whew, man, I wish I had that type of pull. But your boy Magnificent, we'll be back next week. I'm going to drop another video because I'm going to explain, not in detail, but kind of like the surface, kind of cover the surface between Sneakers app and Yeezy Supply and Adidas in terms of security. Tune in next week. That's going to be very, very interesting. But your boy Magnificent, let me do this lace swap for the PG5 PlayStation 5 collaboration. Of course, can't go wrong with this shoe. And I will definitely rock this shoe with the blue laces versus the black because I feel like it'll make this shoe pop. Your boy Magnificent, I am out. It is Friday, finally. You guys, stay blessed.
Perfect.